Well, I'm going to start at Hampton and Sydney College in 1929. My father was a senior there. He had played football for Hampton Sydney, was a fairly good athlete. Well, unfortunately, in 1929, his dad died. At that point, there was no money to go to medical school. He came to Victoria to coach football at Victoria High School. My mother was born and raised in Victoria, but she was out in the western part of the state teaching. She came home to be with her mother there in Victoria and to teach math at Victoria High School. And that's where she met my father. And when I went to high school at Victoria High School, my mother was the math department and my math teacher, and my father was the chemistry department. And I thought my dad was perhaps the greatest thing that ever drew breath. So because he was a chemistry teacher, I loved chemistry. When I was 15 years old, and we drove over to Chase City to go skating at a tobacco warehouse there that they turned into a skating rink in the winter. And at that skating rink, I met Jerry Jones. I came home that night. My parents were already in bed. And I came through the bedroom and I said, "Oh, Mom and Dad, I have met the nicest young man." I truly believe that when God created Jerry, he did it for me. But how I got to Covenant was because two of the senior members of the law firm were members of Covenant Presbyterian Church. And at that time, we didn't have a building. We met in the Rod of Shalom, what turned out to be a little Jewish church on Sycamore Street. That's where I joined Covenant Presbyterian Church. The people there were friendly and smiling and happy and nice. And what I liked most about Covenant was that when I went to worship there, I learned something. It probably has something to do with being a teacher. But when we attended services there, I always came away with knowing something I didn't know before that appealed to me. When we first started, we had a lot of young children, and I would put on puppet shows in the sanctuary. A day that was very important to me personally was the day my daughter got married there in the church. Of course, I thought she was the most beautiful bride that had ever been at Covenant. The period of COVID was the most difficult thing that we experienced as a church. People were frightened. People were worried. And so I was thankful that we stayed open as long as we did and that we used electronic means to provide people with a worship experience. But it has passed on and we are moving forward. I wondered what would I like people to remember. I'd like them to remember that I'm kind, that I'm not perfect, but I try to be.